Hey everyone, it's Christina, Nomadic Stina, coming to you from a KOA in Arizona. And it's really noisy. You can hear the train going by. Preferred to film this outdoors, but the train is loud and there's wind. Anyway, what am I doing in a KOA? Well, let me start and backtrack a little bit. I've been offline for a month, at least in YouTube terms. Have hardly watched any videos, haven't filmed any videos, haven't edited any of my old footage, which never made it into video format. And I've actually considered quitting YouTube and focusing on other stuff. I haven't made up my mind yet, clearly, because here I am filming a video. During my month off, I just spent 2 weeks of it driving my parents back and forth to Arkansas. That was like a 3,500-mile round trip, and we did it in 2 weeks because we had to go celebrate my late uncle's life with the family in Arkansas. And I'm not going to talk or share any pictures about it. I did that on my Facebook page, but I will say it was a long, long journey. We took their car, and it's just a four-door sedan, a Chevy Impala. And we got there in 4.5 days, and it took us 5 days to get home, and we spent about 4 days there with family. And it was a great time, even though it was a, semi-solemn event. But my uncle passed away 6 months ago, and we all know he didn't want us to sit around crying at the funeral, so my aunt chose to have the celebration of life now rather than back in the wintertime, so that we could remember the good stuff. Say this, my uncle was my mother's last surviving sibling, and this was really hard on her. She's 84 years old. My dad's 89. That's why I drove them, because they were in no shape to make that kind of trip on their own. And I loved my uncle, and I love my family that I haven't seen in many years, so I was happy to take them, but it was exhausting. I was home for less than a week, and I've had to turn around, pack up my car, and head on another long extended road trip to Massachusetts. That's going to be, by the time I'm done, 7,000 or 8,000 miles. So what the hell am I going back to Massachusetts for? I just went there in October. My daughter goes to a small private college in Massachusetts, full scholarship. They are entirely needs-based financial aid, which was great because we didn't have money. She's going to be able to graduate without loans. She did, however, have to take 1.5 years of medical leave. And she's not technically graduating until the winter. She's got 1 semester to go, but they don't do winter graduations. So people like her who are winter graduates are allowed to take part in the May commencement. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to watch my daughter graduate college, although she's not really graduating, so I call it fake graduation. Of course, I could have flown and rented a car and flown back with her, but we like road trips. My daughter likes road trips. She was really happy to invite me and said, yeah, hell yeah, she's up for a road trip. She doesn't have a summer job lined up at the moment, and her boyfriend is doing an internship, so she can't fly straight to where he's at. So we're going to spend some time together, and it's going to be awesome. I left this morning at like 5:30 a.m. and was a long, long drive to where I'm at. Just staying here one night in a KOA cabin because I don't want to pitch a tent for one night. And I didn't feel comfortable finding boondocking. In this part of Arizona, it's higher elevation, and the ground can still be wet, and I've seen people getting stuck in the mud, so I thought, okay, I'll just stay at a KOA, and I don't want to pitch a tent for one night, so I'll pay for the cabin. Okay, that's what's going on with me. I think I'm going to try an experiment and possibly do a daily blog or vlog of this trip. So this is day 1, and tomorrow I'll be in New Mexico, and hopefully I'll post again then. All right, take care, and if you enjoyed this video, the usual, give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. And if not, that's okay. I'll see you in my next video. Here's a shot of the cabin. And here it is from the outside further back. I don't normally like to pay so much to sleep for one night. It's a little over $50, but to be honest, my parents gave me money for this trip as sort of a graduation present for my daughter. So I'm not spending my own money. I'm kind of spending theirs, and they're okay with that. In fact, my parents actually paid for the entire trip to Arkansas. They paid for the gas, food, And they even got me separate hotel rooms so they wouldn't have to listen to me snore. Because my dad snores, and my mom didn't want to be stuck with both of us in the same room. So they could afford it. And I'm just really grateful and happy that they blessed me, gifted me with money. But I am going to make this trip as frugal as possible. I'll be in New Mexico State Parks with my pass, so I won't be paying for the next 9 nights because it's all prepaid. And then I've booked some other sites, but nothing quite this extravagant until I get to the East Coast where everything's expensive, even tent sites. All right, thanks for watching.